when this goes back, the beginning of the playing of hickory golf, Rob and myself and a few guys, we were talking about last night that when we first started playing there, probably in the United States, there wasn't this many guys actively playing hickory golf. Seriously, you know, more than one round a year in a scramble or something. And so then I decided it was really hard to find clubs, and so I'd start to make them. And so I was doing all the design work for Dunlop Maxfly around the world, and I thought it would be easy to do. It wasn't easy to do, but I was lucky that I had Odie Chrisman that lived near me, could make the shafts.
Wow.
So I started making the irons, and then I obviously had to progress in the woods. So I found out that Middle Ground Golf, which had been a very large producer of persimmon in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, had a lot of turning masters. So I went there and dug through 55-gallon drums of turning masters, found old turning masters, and I drove over to Mike at Louisville Golf, and I said, can you make me some heads? So he made me the first heads, which are kind of the signature model on my website, driver, spoon, and a bulldog. And he was very helpful getting it done and getting it started. And it's kind of the rebirth of making hickory clubs in the United States. Well, Mike was a muzzleloader shooter and hunter. He loved muzzleloaders. He built them, he shot them, he hunted, he loved it. Had almost quit playing golf, even though he's a very accomplished golfer. He started playing with the hickory clubs, fell in love with it, gave up shooting, and devoted all his time to making hickory golf clubs. And he just was a great friend. He still, to this day, their company produces the wood heads for me off of my turning masters and my designs, and couldn't have done it without his help. And he was just a great friend and a great guy. And I think that, you know, there's just a few people that do what we do, you know, making a clubs, you know, and Jimmy knows. I mean, there aren't very many, you know, and so we lost a true guy that really loved the game of golf and making clubs, you know, so it's a shame. So, they missed his diagnosis, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
They diagnosed him as having the non-aggressive prostate cancer,
Oh, no.
when in fact he had the aggressive.
Yeah.
And by the time they checked him again, it was already in his bones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he kept going to events right up. I mean, he was at the NHC
Oh, yeah.
in June.
Yeah.
He kept bringing stuff and giving stuff to raffles, and and producing. The last set of irons that they put out came out, what, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, maybe?
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, he just kept doing it.
Yeah.